Good evening, everyone. This is Jared with simplertrading.com. Actually, good morning, everyone. It's way too late to probably be talking about this, but it's about 1:26 in the morning. And as I was starting to go to bed, I noticed that on a 4-hour chart, Bitcoin had started to sell off, and this is after really consolidating for the last couple of days after making new all-time highs after this huge kind of run up. Now, with the huge run up, you're probably going to see sort of at least a similar type of pullback, and I think that's what we're about to see. So in the options trading room, if you're a member of our options site, I've done a few sessions in there before, and one thing I sort of talked about was starting today, the Chinese government is starting their bi-decade congressional meeting, and cryptocurrencies will obviously be a hot topic. Now, sort of I've kind of talked about this with some other people, and one thing that was sort of mentioned is, what else could they say at this point that can make it worse? And the market doesn't really ever like uncertainty, and just from a technical standpoint, if you kind of zoom in here, you can see that the grab bars have changed to red, and that's just indicating bearish momentum. You can also see that a squeeze has fired short here with getting some above average selling volume, and really with just a pullback, you would still be in an uptrend here. So if you kind of take a look at a daily chart, you can kind of see if we run from this high to this low to this high. So let's do that real quick. So from this high to this low to this high, that gives us sort of a potential downside. 100% move of this swing would be at 39.13. Now, who knows? This thing could rally to, call it 60, 89, 6,200 with ease. But like I said, with the meeting in China going on, I feel like that's sort of been looming overhead for a while. But there's no reason to panic necessarily. I would just keep an eye on it. Like I said, with the 4-hour chart, you have a squeeze firing here. If this really picks up some momentum, I definitely think we could see a decent pullback, and that would look like something, first sort of target around 5,000, a nice sort of round number there. But then easily can move to 4,600. I joke with Roggy about trend lines after she gave me such a hard time now, but this is sort of a long-standing one. I mean, I think you can argue, and I think she would agree, that with something that's super long-standing over a larger time frame, those have more credibility. Now, with that said, you could call that this looks pretty dang close to 100% of this move here. Close enough to say that the market could get a healthy, pullback to something like 4,500 before we get another, rip to new highs. So, anyway, I just wanted to get this out here before before I went to bed. Anyway, it would be just something to keep an eye on. If you don't want to take heat all the way back to potentially, like I said, 4,500. So, anyway, good night, everyone, and have a good evening.